Okay, good morning, everyone.
Exactly.
On behalf of the entire Prince William County School Board and staff, welcome to our annual legislative priorities joint work session. I'm Dr. Lateef, Bobber Lateef. I'm the chairman of the Prince William County School Board, chair-elect, I guess. This breakfast is always a great opportunity to share our school division's recent success and how we can work together with our legislative delegation to further that success for our students and teachers. I would like to thank everyone for their partnership to achieve success in Richmond last year. We hope we can further build on that great partnership and create even more wins in this legislative session. So, since we already grabbed breakfast, I'd like to have everyone we're going to go around the room and everyone introduce themselves. So I'm going to start over here to my left to the new chair-elect, Ann Wheeler, for the Prince William County Board of Supervisors.
Good morning, I'm Ann Wheeler. I'm the chair-elect of the Board of County Supervisors. I'm excited to be here this morning. I look forward to working closely with the school system to make sure that the school system has what they need to be the best school system in the Commonwealth. Thank you.
And so on the microphone, just hit the oval button to talk.
Which button? Jeremy McPike, State Senate from the 29th Senate District. And also, as a note, I don't think George Barker's here. I know he has been out for last week with medical procedures, recovering, but doing well. So I know he would love to be here.
Senator McPike, and for everyone going around the table, please also let us know what, if you're chairing anything or what you've been elected to, just because I'm extremely proud to announce that the Prince William delegation is really important.
Also serving as Vice Chair of Policy for the Senate Democratic Caucus.
I'm Scott Zervelt, 36th Senate District. I'm Vice Chairman of the Senate Democratic Caucus and Chairman of the JMU Caucus.
Good morning, Luke Torian. I serve the 52nd House District here in Prince William County, and also I'm the Chair Designee of the House Appropriations Committee.
Hi, good morning. I'm Lisa Zargapur. I'm a Coles District School Board elect. I actually went to Prince William County Schools, and I grew up right down the road, so I look forward to serving here and working with everybody.
I'm Dan Helmer, delegate-elect for the 40th District. I represent parts of Gainesville as well as parts of Fairfax County, and happen to be married to a Fairfax County public school teacher, so very excited to hear about Prince William school priorities.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Todd Erickson, Associate Superintendent for Central Elementary Schools.
Good morning. I'm Denise Huebner, Associate Superintendent for Special Education and Student Services.
Good morning. I'm Glenn Hill. I'm the County Sheriff. I also represent the City of Manassas and Manassas Park.
Good morning. I'm Delegate Elizabeth Guzman. I represent parts of Coles, Potomac, and Neabsco, the 31st District.
Good morning. I'm Matt Guilfoyle. I'm the Associate Superintendent for Technology and Communications for Prince William Schools.
Thank you. Diane Ralston, Neabsco District.
I'm Tracy Blake. I'm Ms. Ralston's assistant.
Good morning. I'm Diana Galata, Director of Communications for Prince William County Schools.
Good morning. My name is Mickey Monger. I'm the Associate Superintendent for High Schools.
Good morning. Lori Williams, School Board Member, Woodbridge District.
Good morning, everyone. Nathaniel Provencio, Associate Superintendent for Team East, Eastern Elementary Schools, and happy Thanksgiving.
Good morning. I'm Amy White, Associate Superintendent for Human Resources, Prince William County Schools.
Good morning. I'm Al Shiroki, the Associate Superintendent for Support Services.
Good morning. I'm John Wallingford. I'm the Associate Superintendent for Finance and Risk Management.
Good morning. I'm Dee Simpson, Deputy Clerk to the Prince William County School Board.
Good morning. I'm Debbie Urban, Clerk of the School Board.
Good morning. Lisa Thorne-Izes, Finance Director.
Good morning, Rita Goss, Associate Superintendent for Student and Professional Learning. Happy early Thanksgiving.
Dave Wessolowski, I'm the legislative aide for Senator George Barker, who will be chairing the General Laws and Technology Committee.
Good morning, I'm Mary McGowan. I'm Division Counsel for the Prince William County Schools.
Good morning, I'm Bill Bixby. I'm the Associate Superintendent for our middle schools.
Good morning, I'm AJ Phillips, Director of Information Technology for Prince William County Schools.
Adam Russo, Director of Food Services.
Good morning, I'm Rebecca Schlater. I'm the Director of Student Services.
Good morning, I'm Jen Wall, and I am the Gainesville District Member, School Board Member-elect.
Hi, Lily Jesse, Occoquan District School Board Member.
David Westcott, Legislative Director for Prince William County.
Jim Council, Contract Lobbyist for Prince William Schools in Richmond.
Good morning, Keith Emon. I'm the Deputy Superintendent for Prince William County Public Schools.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome, Steve Waltz, School Superintendent, and we're very excited to have you here this morning. Thank you for your advocacy of public education, and we look forward to working with you.
All right, well, wonderful. I'm going to go ahead and get started with the presentation, and I know some of our delegates and some of our folks have to leave a little bit early, so I will go up to the podium to get started. So you can all continue to eat, and again, thank you all for coming, and I hope you enjoy the breakfast. Let's give our staff a hand for their breakfast and preparations early this morning. So you all have a folder in front of you. It contains some really good information, stuff that will help you connect with our school division and our priorities. It includes a division strategic plan, which is the 2016-2020 strategic plan. One of the most exciting things all of us actually get to work on in this coming session of our term is the new strategic plan, the new 5-year strategic plan. And so as we talk about our legislative priorities, I want you to all think about this plan and how, you know, we would like to include all of you as we put together the new strategic plan. It is important for us as a school board to have stakeholder involvement, community involvement, legislative involvement in the ideas that we want to do to make our school division the most innovative and progressive and nimble system in the nation to address the future trends that we're dealing with in education. So please take a look at that, and I'm happy to hear your thoughts and concerns on that as we move forward, and you'll hear about our 5-year strategy and plan process over the next few months. You'll also include our profile of excellence. There's some sample bills and budget amendments connected to our priorities, business cards for our lobbyist, Jim Council, and our Associate Superintendent for Communications and Technology, Matt Guilfoy. On the left side of the folder, the most important items are detailed 2020 legislative session priorities booklet and wallet card that sums them all up. Feel free to refer to them throughout the presentation slides that summarize our priorities. So I'm gonna jump right through here, and am I clicking the slides, or are they gonna go, what am I doing, Matt? Where's my thing? Is this the thing? What'd I do? Okay, got it. All right, so on behalf of the entire school board, thank you for joining us today, and we're gonna go through this pretty quickly. You guys have it in your packet, and yeah, I think so. And again, I want to thank you all for coming and attending today. The morning, I'll highlight a few things about the Prince William County Schools you should know, and I'll share some of our budget challenges. I'll also provide a high-level review of legislative priorities for the upcoming session with an opportunity for discussion. Prince William County is an incredibly diverse district. While growth is slower than in the past 5 years, we continue to add to our student population. We're the largest employer in Prince William County with more than 11,000 employees. We welcomed over 1,000 new employees to Prince William County Schools just this summer alone, including 55 new counselors, positions critical to helping our students and mental health divisions. We continue to grow and modernize our facilities. This school year, we opened the John D. Jenkins Elementary School, and we've broken ground on the 13th high school. We launched new fields at Woodbridge and Stonewall High School. We also completed additions to Antietam, Springwoods, Lake Ridge, Minnieville, and Stonewall Middle School. We have one of the largest bus fleets, hold on here, one of the largest bus fleets in the nation. They cover more than 80,000 miles per day. We continue to work hard to fill driver positions in a very competitive economy. And on this note, I was excited to see for you folks down in Richmond that Dominion is piloting a program for electric buses, electric vehicles. We're excited to try to partake in that program, but also looking forward to hear what the legislators do when it comes to clean energy, especially regarding these large bus fleets. 100% of our schools are fully accredited. This is key. This is a key baseline measure of success. We also saw double-digit increases in math scores for students with disabilities and our English learner students. We continue to grow our graduation rate annually, and we have seen an increase in more than 9% in our graduation rate over the past decade. The on-time graduation rate for African Americans, Hispanics, whites, and economically disadvantaged students surpassed the state rate. Prince William County Schools has the highest graduation rate among school divisions with 100 or more English learners. Students with disabilities in Prince William County Schools surpassed the state average by 2 points. We still have a long way to go. We have other metrics we're going to look at, and as we put together the 5-year strategy and plan, we will raise the bar and have some more challenges that we will try to improve upon. We also see excellence in our other areas, including our students earning more than $76 million in scholarships last year and earning more than 9,500 industry certifications. Our schools have been recognized for their efforts as well, including multiple schools earning the Exemplar Performance Awards for continuous improvement. 13 of our schools have been named Purple Star Schools for their focus on supporting military families. Prince William County Schools are the only school division in the state to attain Virginia Breakfast Challenge Gold category, recognizing schools for increased participation in school breakfast. And I have to credit Adam Russo over there, who's done a terrific job for a long time here, doing some great work. I want to thank everyone for your support. Last year, we passed one of the best budgets in over a decade. This enabled us to provide an average of 4.8% pay increase for our teachers and staff, and we had no increase in medical benefit costs. We also made investments in many other areas. Among the most critical was the addition of 55 new counselors, as I mentioned earlier. This is our not-so-favorite slide, and this is the slide that I think, for all of us, we'd like to see some movement on over the next 4 years, and I'm excited by the opportunity this past election has presented. I think we have some opportunities to make some real movements here. This is a true watershed moment for Virginia, for all of us. This is a point in our time when, if we look back in 4 years, people are going to ask, what did you do to improve education in the Commonwealth and in your county? And we do have some great opportunities. We have a governor who's, I think, committed to, as he did last year in the General Assembly's budget, which was really record-setting. And I can't thank our Legislative Assembly for all supporting that, especially our delegation here. But this is a true watershed moment in education in Virginia. So even though we had a great positive budget last year, we're still far behind our peers. And you can see that here. The Washington Area Boards of Education released on October 23rd. This is the most updated per pupil spending slide that you'll see. Among the data comparisons found in this report is the cost per pupil. The comparison takes the amount of funding each school division receives from all sources, local, state, federal, and divides it up by the enrollment of the division. Prince William County School continues to fall far behind similar-sized regional peer school divisions, ranking second to last in the region. At $11,000 per pupil, $11,800, Prince William County is $3,366 per pupil behind Loudoun, $4,168 per pupil behind Fairfax, and $8,000 behind Arlington. If funded at the rates these nearby school divisions, Prince William County Schools would receive an additional annual revenue of approximately $300 million, $381 million, or like Arlington, $736 million. We also fall below the national average of per pupil spending of $12,000. Our legislative focus is similar to last year. Each of you has in front of you the full document listing the complete details on each of these items, along with a few sample bills. This morning I'll highlight just a few, but we can have a discussion about any of these items as you wish. First, a number of our, if you want to jump in with a question, I know some of you have to leave, so if there's a burning question before you got to go, please shoot it. First, a number of our top priorities tied to the funding issues. They include removal of the cap on key support positions directly helping students. This includes mental health support such as psychologists and technology instruction and support. The cap has cost Prince William County Schools more than $232 million since it was put in place about a decade ago. Statewide, only Chesterfield and and Virginia has lost more. Also, the state funds less than 1/3 of our true costs for the funding of the SOQs, and underfunding of the cost of competing has negatively impacted us by approximately $122 million over the past 8 years. Secondly, we have a focus on meeting accreditation and academic standards, including allowing our schools more flexibility in their programming to meet requirements. Beyond the 10 areas we reviewed, there are a few other areas of support and opposition to highlight. Again, these can be found more in detail in the brochure. Many of these are focused on local control and decision-making. This includes opposing unfunded mandates on our schools, no matter how well-intentioned they may be, or inhibiting school administrators from making decisions at the local level. We are also seeking support to allow our attendance officers to file child in need services petitions. This is more critical due to the state-mandated attendance requirements for accreditation. Safety is always our top priority, and we need to help to change the VRS rules so we can hire more retired officers. Sustainability and energy efficiency is an area of focus for us, and any incentives you can support at the state level would be truly welcome. The last item I'll mention, we seek your ongoing support of the statewide Virginia STAR program that is managed by Prince William County Schools. This program has provided 12,300 computers to students in need statewide, valued at $2.8 million, nearly 10 times the investment provided by the state funding. So I'll now open the floor for any discussion or questions that you may have regarding our legislative priorities, and I think we have some good time for that. Any questions, thoughts, concerns? I see Scott Survell over there real quiet. Usually not real quiet, Scott. Too early? Oh, good, good. Yeah.
So, Chairman Lateef, last night at the Fairfax County School Board session we had, there was a lot of talk about how there's different ways to fund the school system. You put money through direct aid, through cost to compete, through aid to at-risk kids, and all these different funding streams have different impacts on the jurisdictions depending on which stream the money comes through. And the question we asked Fairfax was, which stream would you prefer that we put more money through that would maximize what you get? And we had a lot of discussion about that. I'm curious what you all think about it.
I'll turn that to Mr. Wallingford.
Good morning. Excuse me, good morning. So the revenue streams that would impact us the best for Prince William County Schools would be any revenue stream that comes through like basic aid that is impacted by the local composite index. Because in Prince William County, our local composite index is about 3.8. It's going up a little bit this coming year. So streams like the one that Dr. Lateef mentioned, the support cap, that would be the one that I would hit first. For us, that's and for everybody statewide, that's a very large reduction in revenue. I think it was in 2009 when that was imposed. So that would be the one that I would pursue first.
Can I follow up on that?
Yeah.
So I think all the three streams that I mentioned, the direct aid, cost to compete, and at risk, all end up going through the LCI eventually. So between those, the support cap, I guess, is a policy change. But amongst the other three streams, do any of them particularly impact Prince William County more than the other? Because cost to compete is what we always hear about in terms of some, at least Fairfax, Arlington, and Alexandria talk about cost to compete usually more than the other three, although at risk, Fairfax County has so many free reduced lunch kids, at risk helps them a lot too, but where does Prince William fit into all that?
So for the cost of competing, Dr. Lateef didn't mention that one. That's a very large hit to Prince William County Schools as well. That's one that I would encourage Richmond to try and put back in place. I think that is the answer to the question. Frankly, those two, if I could choose, those two would be the ones that we would go after.
So So my understanding, Mr. Wallingford, and the guy, Scott, and folks in Richmond, and Mr. Council might do this, but the chance that we'll have to get rid of the support caps is pretty low, right? I mean, is there any movement in Richmond on considering that? That's one of the, so if that one's not there, Mr. Wallingford, you talked about the cost to compete would be the next most important thing. But I don't know what, Scott, if there's any movement in Richmond on getting rid of the support caps.
I don't get to play in the appropriations sandbox like my seatmate over here. And Senator Barker, I'm sure, and also Luke have been in the conferee discussions on the final budgets that are made, and the two of them can probably speak to it more than I can, but, you know, we're going to have, what, 7 new members on finance in the Senate? Something like that. I mean, the Senate Finance Committee is going to be a radically different committee than it is right now. The House isn't going to be changed as much. It's going to change a little bit, but it has, okay. So, you know, we get these new committees in place.
Dr. Lateef.
Yeah, Mr. Council.
Jim Council, we have spent considerable time off-season talking to the Secretary of Ed about the support cap. He at least clearly recognizes the burden it puts on school divisions. Thinking back to 2009, I think when the ratio was put in then, it was a savings to the state of over $700 million in the biennium. So coming forward 10 years, you can imagine how much money is involved. So at the risk of tipping my hand this morning, I think I would say the lobbyists are hopeful that at least any new support positions that directly relate to students would be excluded from the support cap going forward.
Okay, great. Yep, Senator McPike.
Mr. Chairman, just as a follow-up, I know the House Money Committees met last week and Senate Finance as well met last week. One of the larger portions of the discussion we know is going to be the SOQ re-benchmarking process in this budget. Right now, depending on who you talk to, it's $850 million with different add-ons upwards of $1 billion in terms of new revenue needed to accomplish that task. So we know that in the upcoming session, we're going to be spending considerable amount of time to work through those. As you can imagine, it's a big chunk of money, and we got to work through that in the coming months. So stay tuned. We obviously coming up December 17th is the governor's budget presentation to the money committees. That's sort of one of the launching points where we'll see some of the work that the Secretary of Education, Secretary Carney, has done. We've also been in discussion with him as well as he's been preparing that, but that's ultimately the governor's budget. He proposes, the legislature disposes, tinkers, and so we always go through sort of rearranging the furniture a little bit through the budget process. But those are sort of our next key dates and markers.
Great. Delegate Guzman.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Going back to the ratio and the cap, I just want to make sure that I understand correctly. What type of support systems are we talking about? Are we talking about social workers and psychologists? Are we talking about teacher assistants? Can you just explain further that request, please?
John, you want to take that?
So there's a list of kinds of employees or kinds of positions that the support staff cap impacts. There are some that are instructional based, there's some that are non-instructional based. The instructional based would be positions like guidance counselors, for example. Okay, that's something that we focused on last year. We funded guidance counselors to the level that the governor's introduced budget did last year, and we left that funding level in place. So it's something.
And that was even though the Senate backed off some monies, we still funded it to what the governor's goals were.
That's correct.
So we paid some of that money ourselves.
Correct. We exceeded the level of funding that came from the budget here locally because we think it's such an important issue. There are non-instructional based support staff positions. Those, Mr. Council mentioned, are less likely to be impacted positively by the upcoming session. I can't tell you specifically what each one of those are. I could certainly get you the list if you'd like me to.
Great. Thank you.
Just a follow-up.
Yes.
In pieces of legislation, we passed legislation last year that will reduce the caseloads for school counselors to 250 across the board. However, that was changed through appropriations. Now we are excited to have the chairman of appropriations in the House right here in Prince William County.
Yes.
So please be very vocal about your concerns and the need of money and specifics. So when we put budget amendments to actually, go by the bill, I would like for you to just be specific. So when I meet with Mr. Chairman, then he could actually make those adjustments.
So here's what I say, we will be vocal with your support, absolutely. If you have any specific questions, feel free to contact us and we'll provide you information that we can.
And the next slide will have Chairman Torian's cell phone number on it and home address as well.
And just as a follow-up comment, if we can work together on the caseloads for social workers and psychologists. I know right now it's like over 1,000 for elementary schools, so I would love to work with you on a ratio that will be reasonable for elementary, middle school, and high school, as we all understand that mental health is, a reality right now, and people is becoming aware of that. One thing that I would like to mention, though, is the special education assistance. Right now, as Jean mentioned, that caseload also has not been reviewed since 2009. And that's something that, even talking about the special education, and the funding comes under the Disabilities Act. The Disabilities Act is so obsolete now. I reach out to our federal delegation just to see if they would conduct a new study to see if we can update that. Because the amount of disabilities specified on the Student Disabilities Act is just so narrow. It's just 13 when we know that there are so many out there. So I would love to work with you on that as well, not to forget about special education. Thank you.
Any further discussion? So let me take a moment. I did get a note that Danica Rome was running late, just so everyone knows. There was regrets from Amy Ashworth. I want to personally thank Sheriff Hill for coming. We've never had the sheriff here, I think. Is that correct, Sheriff? First time? First time. First time. And we want to move forward as a county. I'm thrilled to have Ann Wheeler here, very excited. And we want to have participation by all stakeholders in our county, in our schools. It is your schools, and it is important for you to understand that, and it's important for us to work closely with you. Moving forward, our representative again in Richmond is Mr. Jim Council, and he would welcome the opportunity to arrange special meetings with delegation members to answer further questions or provide some more information if you guys have any, or your staffs. Matt Guilfoy on the superintendent staff can also facilitate any questions you might have for Prince William County Schools. Both of their contact information is in the back of your legislative priority brochure. We hope you'll consider filing bills or amendments that advance our priorities, and we ask you to alert us if you become aware of any legislative movement on these topics. And finally, to our school board members, we look forward to meeting with, our school board members will be looking forward to meeting with you all in Richmond. Please keep in touch. As I pointed out, for Prince William County this year, the leadership we have in Richmond with Senator McPike, Senator Serval, and of course, Delegate Torian, and there's other chairmanships that haven't been announced yet, but our delegates are extremely hardworking. I can't thank you all enough for coming this morning and for doing what you do in Richmond. You really delivered for our county last year, and we look forward for you to deliver twice the delivery that you did last year. But anything you can do. Dr. Waltz?
Thank you, Chairman Lateef. Again, we appreciate you being here today, and we look forward to working with you as the session moves forward. There's one thing that nobody really mentioned today, but I don't want to seem like this is taken for granted, and that's the fact that there was a salary money in last year's budget, and that was the first time in a number of years, and that is a very significant amount of money as well. So we don't want to take that for granted, that that's just going to happen automatically, but that is a very big assistance. And one thing that's great about that is when you put the salary money in, every single jurisdiction in the state benefits from that. So it's something that hopefully will continue to have a broad support. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Waltz, for reminding us on that. So that was terrific. I mean, one of our biggest expenses is payroll. And so any help with that will help us with our per pupil spending as well. I am proud, we showed you the numbers of how Prince William County Schools delivers. We have one of the lowest per pupil spending rates. So if you look on return on investment, our dollar spent in Prince William County delivers a big bang. And so as you think about funding priorities and what you can do to help the schools, realize every dollar you give us, we are committed to making sure we're getting the biggest bang for that dollar. And so modest increases in funding to Prince William County Schools will result in a multiplier effect in return on investment. And as we move forward with this new 5-year plan and strategic plan, we really want to embed within those goals ambitious goals that we would like to achieve, but much of that will happen if we can get some modest increases to our budget. And so I can't thank you all enough for coming. Please get some more food and feel free to chit-chat and get to know each other. Thank you so much and have a wonderful morning.